Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 3. Today we will be hopefully doing two races. I know last episode was an incredibly short episode. I apologize for that. But hopefully we'll get two races in today and be a normal length episode. I'm really trying to keep episodes under a half hour now. And sometimes I just misjudge how much editing I have to do and then ends up being a really short episode. So I apologize for that, but hopefully we can get two races in. We got Richmond to start off with, and then what is next on the Xfinity's got Richmond and Talladega. Okay, so Talladega should be pretty interesting. Richmond also probably pretty interesting. So we'll hopefully get both of those in. Man, I would love to have a hot seat at Talladega. That would probably be one I could do relatively well at. But that's here's hoping, I guess. But if you remember last episode, I did make kind of an oops. I accidentally provoked Joe Nemechek. Not quite sure why I did that, but I accidentally provoked him, so we got to keep our eye on maybe making him slightly more friendly. But everybody else is doing pretty well here. We don't have any full-out friends yet, but Awesome Hair McLeod is getting close. But yeah, how are we doing? Do we have any... We got some people mad in the Cup Series already. Hemrick is getting pretty close. But Hamlin's on the good side, so that's good. But anyway... let's head off to Richmond for the Toyota Carrier 250. Alright, let's see where we qualify here at Richmond. That was pretty bad. Yeah, it was a pretty bad lap, and that shows. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing, but we knew that already. But we're going to start pretty far back in the field, so this should be a pretty interesting race. But let's see what we got going on here in the pre-race. Toyota Carrier 250. Ryan Sieg failed technical inspection in the Lombard Bros Gaming car. Christopher Bell had a good qualifying session. That's not really news, but okay.
You're covered to the green.
Alright. I think once I get a handle on it, I think we'll be fine. But until that point, I'm quite concerned. Sorry, Tom Majeski. Whoops. Let's pit. Why not? Why not? We're not going to get stage points, I don't think, so we might as well try to get some strategy and get ourselves up front at some point. Alright, we'll let off a little bit, get to the bottom. And let's not try to run somebody off the face of the earth. Especially if his name is Joe Nemechek, because I really need to be careful around Joe Nemechek. Realistically, we probably are pretty close on fuel now. So I don't think we'll have to pit again. Carl... I'm not used to seeing these people in the back. We didn't do any hot seat offers, and I'm usually up front now, so I'm not used to seeing these people. Oh boy. That was all on me. Nice driving that stage, the spotter says. Okay, that was on me entirely. We're still not good on fuel, but also nobody else is pitting, it looks like. So we will again pit. And most likely end up... Our AI driver cannot figure out how to get off this wall. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. It's embarrassing that we were there in the first place, but it's also embarrassing that the AI do not know how to get off of the wall. Alright. Here we are again in last. You know, I'm starting to think maybe being on the outside was a good idea. Because I think I'd be able to pass better. Okay. Clearly I have lost my touch here in this game. So we're going to ride in the back, not accumulate any more damage. and figure out how to race this track. Because clearly I don't know what I'm doing. iRacing expert Aaron is not doing too well. And when I say iRacing expert, I by no means mean I'm an actual iRacing expert. That's more of John's term than mine. I hope you guys are keeping up with the Fantasy Cup series, having a lot of fun with that. Be sure to go in the comments of that the last video and tell us who's right or wrong with the whole last race situation, because I'm sure John will love to hear that. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. I'm looking forward to getting back into a regular schedule again. Kind of been iffy the last couple of weeks, mainly because this game has taken so much life out of me the last couple weeks, but hopefully after the last episode I think I'm kind of rejuvenated, but then this episode has already kind of gotten off to a bad start here, so we'll see what happens. Well, we have caught back up to the field. I'm going to try to see what I can do on the outside here, he says as he realizes that I don't think Dylan Lumpton's going to give us any room.
Careful, still there.
So I don't think the high side's going to work. Luckily, everybody kind of spread out now, so maybe I can actually make some passes without running into people. But again, the goal is to kind of flip the stages here, and we'll hopefully end up in the lead when everybody pits, assuming that we too can make it to the end, which I think we should be after putting it under both of the last cautions.
Careful, still there.
Jeff Green. I know I kind of braked abruptly there, but that was to avoid Morgan Shepherd. Our good friend BJ McLeod running back here. Unfortunate.
You're all clear on the bottom there.
I should have loosened this car up more, and I'm not going to have another pit stop to do that, so that's unfortunate, but we'll have to deal with what we have. But we are starting to make some passes. Michael O'Nett not having a good run. Really not having a good run, especially for this game. Usually he's halfway decent in this game. The 31st is very uncharacteristic.
Still there. You're all clear up top.
Alright, white flag in the stage right here. So I'll try to pass maybe a few more. Okay, Ryan Sieg. Goodbye. Started in the back, and now you're going back there.
Nice driving.
That's what you get for blocking me. Alright, there's the end of stage 2. I think we kind of got a handle for things now. And we should be good on fuel. Yes, we are. But they are also not pitting, which is incredibly concerning. Makes me think that they are going to stretch it to the end, which makes my entire strategy not good.
Car there on the outside.
I don't know. Usually the AI err on the side of caution with getting fuel, not on the aggressive side, but this feels like an aggressive strategy call by the AI.
Clear low.
So I guess I'll give him props for that, but
Car on the outside now.
kind of screwing me over here. So now we really got to work to see what we can do in these last 10 laps.
10 laps, you gotta focus. Clear high, clear high.
But they must be able to make it, which is not good for me anyway. That is unusual, for sure.
Still there.
Go underneath Kaz Growler here.
Stay on the bottom. Careful, still there. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Hopefully get a run on Ryan Truex to crack the top 20 here,
Careful, still there.
which we
All
do.
right, you're clear there.
Alright, so now we kind of got a log jam here, and I'm not really sure what I should do about it. So I'm going to go high and try to get a run off the corner. Maybe get underneath Jeremy Clements and Ryan Reed.
Careful, still there. Still there. All right, you're clear.
I got clear of both of them. Perfect. I should be able to get underneath Custer here, realistically, if I don't overdrive the corner like I just did. Sorry, Cole. I'm going to have some angry drivers after this race, I have a feeling. I made it through Bristol without being too... no. I did have some pretty angry drivers, but I felt like I drove a pretty good race. Here, I can definitely say with 100% confidence that this is not a good driven race by me. I don't even know if I can crack a top 10. This will be our worst finish of the season.
Still there.
Pretty sure, yeah. Well, Daytona and Atlanta were pretty bad because we were on legend difficulty. So, I don't know.
5 to go. This time by.
But Richmond, I have heard other YouTubers talk about how Richmond is incredibly hard in this game. And I am now starting to agree. Because I'll be lucky if I can crack the top 15 at this rate. Yeah, I'm just kind of stuck here in Cole Custer's, trying to get around me. Can't really do anything about Tyler Reddick because I really can't make a pass on the high side. We do have a giant cluster of cars. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, Tyler Reddick just blew up.
Stay high up there. Still there. All right, you're clear.
That could be a caution, which could be beneficial to me. But we do have a giant cluster of cars here that I might be able to take advantage of. Whatever we do, we need to get around Joe Nemechek cleanly. We absolutely cannot get into it with Joe because it will be a bad day for us all. I would not want Joe Nemechek mad at me in real life.
All right, let's go. White flag.
Might not be on the top of the list of people I wouldn't want mad at me, but definitely not at the bottom either. And I don't think I'm going to get to him anyway, so I think I'll just protect my 17th here from Ryan Reed. Somebody's won the race already. And this was by far one of our worst races of the season. But 17th, considering we pitted and the AI didn't at all in this race, I guess I'll take it, but I don't think we would have gotten much better anyway. Let's see what we got here. Not much happened. Oh, got into it with Jeff Green here. Yep. Alright, who won? Who won? Obviously had Tyler Reddick blow up there at the end. Justin Allgaier won, but it looks like Christopher Bell won both of the stages, so playoff points for a couple people there. Not going to be a great payday, but doesn't matter. Right now, we're just working on accumulating to next season. Alright. Third in points, we dropped down, I believe. I believe we were second after last episode, but Allgaier with the win definitely deserves to leapfrog me there. Well, let's head back to the menu and get ready for Talladega. Alright, not too bad of a fan day, I guess. Oh, we got a message from our mentor. What is she going to have to say about this?
Hey, that was a tough race. Hang in there. You'll get them next time.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I know. Let's at least make the other Nemechek not hate us. Yeah, I know. Apologize to everyone. Ooh, we are going to get a hot seat offer at Talladega. That is excellent. I will be putting in a custom setup. Oh, we got some feelers as well. What do we got? Pretty much everybody's interested in us now, so we'll put Junior Motorsports on the list. Yeah. So, Talladega. This should be a good race for us here in the Xfinity Series, but let's go. Alright, let's see where we qualify here at Talladega.
See where we place.
Alright, so we have our work cut out for ourselves. Our teammates back here, Jeff Green in 9th place. Wow. That's unusual. Our teammate is back here as well, so we definitely have our work cut out for ourselves. But let's start the race and see what we got going on here. The Sparks Energy 300 at Talladega. Brandon Jones qualified first. And that's it. Alright, no news and notes or anything.
Keep your head on straight. Ready.
So we
Hammer down. Green down.
just have a hard-fought race here. Would love to get to the bottom. It's not as critical as it is in Daytona to get to the bottom, but it's still pretty darn important.
There on the inside.
Oh, come on. I need to get some draft here. Thank you, Mr. Sieg. Okay, really didn't want to hit him. And I really don't want to be here right now. I do have some help from our good friend BJ McLeod, but this is not an optimal position to be in. So I'm going to try to sneak in here. Jeremy Clements has left just enough room for me. Sorry, BJ.
Still there.
Who is this? Ryan Truex stuck on the high side?
Careful. Still there.
Alright, come on. I'm trying to get whoever this is in front of me, Sieg, past Ryan Truex, because Truex almost got into this lane.
Hold your line, driver. Last
I
lap.
do not want to be here. I do not want to be here.
One
Okay,
down low now.
I'm fine. Dang it! Wow, that was
That stayed, but plenty of racing left.
an unusual reaction to contact there, I will say. Yeah, so we're gonna pit. We're gonna put some tape. And we're basically gonna start this race over. That was unusual.
Drive safe.
Does anybody else feel like that was
Be ready here.
a bit strange as far as how the car reacted to that contact? I expected some sort of, reaction that was going to be a little bit
All right, I need 2 more good laps.
exaggerated from real life, but I felt like that was a bit much. But now at least we can stay on the bottom and hopefully not lose the draft. We can stay on the bottom. And maybe take advantage of that, even though the AI seemed to really stick to the bottom quite well here. So I think I'll take a risk here. I know it didn't work well, but that was mainly because I was attempting to go 4 wide for some stupid reason. But I'm going to try to use the high side here again. Okay, don't really want to be this high. I had to itch my nose and went all the way up the track. Okay, this is going to be a bit more challenging than I had previously anticipated. Yeah, I really have no other words for that because I was expecting this to be a little bit simpler, and it would be if the AI wasn't this good at hugging the bottom, which usually they aren't. Usually they kind of go up the track a bit. Kevin Harvick's getting shuffled back here. I just cannot get to the outside.
You're clear there.
And I can't get to the inside here without cheating. Realistically, I could, but I don't want to.
Still there.
This trial was really the only place where I could maybe
Driver.
make do with that, but I don't know. Alright, let's see how pit strategies guys shake out, because I did pit earlier, and I will have to pit for fuel only. So I didn't gain. Everybody took a half can of fuel. Really? Really? I have a hard time believing that.
Are you ready now?
Well, so much for this race being exciting and eventful.
Hold that line, driver.
Got a really good restart, but once we hit 4th gear, we're going to stall out.
Looking inside now.
as demonstrated perfectly.
Still there. Got a carload now.
Dang it, BJ McLeod, I was trying to work with my teammate, but you just did not care.
Still there. Careful, still there.
I'm surprised this is as hard as it is. Usually restricted plate racing, especially considering I'm on a 5-star team, I can weave through the pack quite well. Now I struggled at Daytona because it was on legend difficulty, but this, as far as I recall, is on hard difficulty. Pretty sure I didn't change that, and I'm just going to fall to last here. Wow. I don't have a lot of words for this. I'm also frustrated that the AI, I didn't gain any spots on pit road. That was like my one saving grace here, was making up some ground on pit road. But apparently everybody only took a half can of fuel, which I find hard to believe that they can get to the end with that, but whatever.
Still there.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Usually, like, they wash up in the middle of the corner, I can go down, or they don't hug the yellow line as religiously as they are right now. And Ryan Preece didn't do what, I don't even remember who it was, did earlier, where he kind of washed up the track coming into the tri-oval. But he did wash up the track coming out of the tri-oval, so I can hopefully take advantage of that. And Harvick actually did wash up the track a bit. So immediately as I start detailing my complaints a little bit,
Got a car high now.
everything starts going back to normal. Sorry, my brain kind of spaced out there for a minute.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
But all this excitement just to get to 36th place. This is not that great. But we do have about 6 laps or so to attempt to
Still there.
salvage somewhat of a decent finish, but this has been kind of a miserable episode, and I'm definitely going to be using a custom setup for the Cup Hot Seat offer for sure. As long as I can finish ahead of my teammate, I don't have very many complaints, but, well, correction, I have lots of complaints, but I feel slightly better about beating my teammate. Carl, sorry, I'm going to have to separate you and your teammate up here. Kind of illegally, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I really have no other choice. The game won't punish me, so I'll do it. According to the game, that's perfectly legal.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear.
I just got to try to salvage a halfway decent finish here, and the outside lane is not an option right now. At least not for another 4 or 5 spots.
5 to go, 5 to go.
Dang it, Ryan Reed. I'd love if you could have gotten underneath Josh Berlicki there. Oh, but he is going to wash up the track a bit. Gonna try to get a run off the corner. Nope.
Stay low. Careful, still
I
there.
was hoping Berlicki would wash up the track just a bit, but it didn't happen. I gotta make something happen, though. But I couldn't. He kind of stayed up there, though. I shouldn't have been able to make that move happen, but he let me. Alright, we're slowly marching towards the front. We also, I see Joe Nemechek right there. We cannot bump draft with him, because that will trigger an angry message, most likely. So if I do get to Joe, I need to be so careful. And that's going to be kind of limiting as to what we can do here. Because there he freaking is. And I can't bump draft with him. I'm going to try to get a run off the corner and just go underneath him. Alright, that worked kind of, as long as he doesn't hit me. Alright, that worked. It was a little illegal, but it worked. We're talking underneath Ryan Sieg as well. Alright, we are finally making some progress towards the front here. It only took until like 5 to go, but we are finally making progress. Albeit about 90% of these moves are illegal or extremely aggressive and would be frowned upon in real life.
Stay out the bottom.
But we are actually getting to the top 10 here. Alright. Is this Vinnie Miller up here? That's a great run for him.
Careful, still there.
Great run for Joey Gase as well, but this is his sponsored race, so we're just gonna go down here. Game doesn't penalize me, so it's perfectly legal. Oh, Tift washed up. I'll take advantage of that, yes. Gonna go Kaz Growler here. I'm gonna take advantage of him as well.
Careful, still
Jeff Green is still up here by an act of God. Why am I going high? Why am I going high? Crap, I think I might have just blown this. Is that Alex LeBay leading the race? It is.
Stay high up here. Careful, still there.
Jeff, give me room, dude.
Stay high. Careful,
Okay,
still
I
there.
would love to be able to slip back in behind Jeff Green, but that's not happening. I have made a grievous mistake here. Especially if Alex LeBay goes to the inside and abandons me. I'm going to give him a bit of a shove. Yeah, this was a mistake. All that progress just to screw it up by going to the high side. I don't even know why I did it. It was just instinct, I think. I had such a good run. I was either going to completely run over Jeff Green or
Still there.
go to the high side, and this was clearly a mistake.
Inside. Clear low, clear low.
Okay, but I can get to the inside here. Alright.
White flag, bring it home.
But a white flag is out, so I don't think I'll be able to get back to the front unless if I take advantage of every single opening I have. Legal or illegal.
Careful.
Alright, we got Growler. We're up to third, most likely. Jeff Green, I'm sorry, but this is how we're going to have to do it.
Getting low on gas, getting low on gas.
Yeah, don't tell me about the low fuel. I'm trying to win a race here. Okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I'm going to do this by doing it this way. Alright, get underneath him. Side draft. Oh, we side drafted him. Oh, side draft him again. Don't let Kaz Growler get underneath me. Okay, 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 okay. Bump, bump. No!
Top 5.
Oh my god, that was almost the comeback of the century right there. Oh my god. No, I wanted to see that. There was just nothing more I could have done. I side drafted him. The only other thing I could have done better was probably stay in Growler's draft longer. Because I did kind of abandon the draft there to try to side draft on Annette. That was probably the one thing I could have done differently. But man, I mean, in a 5-lap span, we went from last to first. Mostly against NASCAR rules, but it's fine by me. No stage points, so that's not going to help. But we do get good money from the race, so that's good. We move back into second in points. Allgaier had a terrible day. So yeah, we're second in points. That's good. Let's head back to the menu and see what we got going on next episode. Alright, another decent chunk of fans. We're slowly getting to 100K. My best friend in the whole world is Aaron Fitch. Such a great, clean, and professional driver. Thank you, BJ McLeod. We are officially full-fledged friends with BJ McLeod. Ryan Reed's mad this is going to happen at restrictor plate tracks because I have to bump tracks in order to... Jeff Green is one that I definitely got into a couple of times. Hey, John Hunter Nemechek is happy with me. Maybe that'll rub off on his dad a bit. We also completed the incentive contract, so that's excellent. Who are we going to be running with at Talladega? Germain Racing. Okay, okay. Good, because they're usually a pretty good team at restrictor plate tracks in real life. The only concern is they want a top 33 finish, not a top 35 finish. So we will definitely be using a custom setup for this, but that'll have to wait till next episode. So we will race later. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.